Hello, I'm Sophie, Millionaire Mom, and this is a special video. The other day, I had the pleasure of interviewing my friend and colleague, Jonathan Dunkerley from the Entrepreneurs Toolbox. I will let you discover what Jonathan is all about. Oh, but just before we dive into the interview, can I ask you to subscribe to my channel? I'm a super busy mom. I work online, and this channel is all about bringing you the help, the mindset, the tools, the courses that you need to make a success online. Hello, everybody. Millionaire Mom here. Today, I have the great pleasure of having Jonathan with me from the Entrepreneurs Toolbox. He's going to tell us a little bit about his journey online. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for coming here.
How's it going?
How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me here, Sophie.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. Jonathan, tell us about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? Where do you live? Tell us everything.
All right. Well, I'm Jonathan Dunkerley, and I'm online entrepreneur. So I actually started like in the online space when I graduated from school back in 2012. And it was, I mean, I didn't do a very good job back then, I'll be perfectly honest, because I didn't really have a guide, and I was going, ClickBank, finding different outdated tutorials and things like that. And, I mean, by the time that you do something it's outdated, and you really don't have much that you could do with it. And that's one thing that's really beautiful about like the modern structure of the internet and everything, Facebook groups and communities, is that anytime that nothing's really outdated, it's always being constantly updated. So that's why it's a really exciting time in this space, just because you can constantly be learning what somebody did successfully last week. And that's why I think the current times are kind of a game changer. So I started,
Okay, sure.
yeah. So last year I took a challenge, and it kind of triggered something for me to kind of get restarted. And I found these communities online, and, I got back into affiliate marketing. That's what I had tried to do back in when it was all about ranking on Google. And, that was at the time, that was more about blogging. But I kind of got into falling in love with ranking things on YouTube, just because I love studying why things are ranking, and just being able to grow and providing value along the way, and helping people that are just, one step behind me, and that way I could help them. So
that sounds like a great plan. So in a nutshell, if I got it right, you basically started in 2012, but didn't really know what you were doing. And then you had a big moment last year where you really restarted properly, and you are doing affiliate marketing. Is that right?
Yes. Affiliate marketing through different, like email marketing, YouTube and Facebook are kind of my primary sources of leads. And I mean, personally, there's a lot of leads that you can get from those three things, especially even with organic marketing. And that's why I think it's a beautiful thing, because people can get started on YouTube, on Facebook, or any of these platforms, or email marketing, without pretty much putting up any money. They could start today and just do it. If you're going to make a YouTube channel, you can just, everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. You just take it and shoot yourself, and you're done. And that's, I mean, it's a 4K camera on your phone. There's no reason why somebody can't shoot a video or go online or go on a live. It's so easy nowadays.
Yes. So Jonathan, you're basically saying how easy it is to start online. There's no excuse. As long as you've got a cell phone, basically you can get started. You can do it from home. And that's making me wanting to ask you, are you doing this full time, or are you still working full time, a 9-to-5 job, or what is it that you do?
Well, I've never really worked a 9-to-5 job. I do film and work in the film and TV industry. I live in Los Angeles. I mostly work on television shows, but the nature of that industry is that you don't really have a job. You freelance. So you network with people, and people know that you're good at doing something, and they say, somebody recommends you, and you get phone calls, or you reach out to people. But the problem with that is that if somebody's not looking to hire, there's no money coming in. So I started looking at this initially as a supplementary income. And then as I really started back in November, I think I mentioned I took a online challenge, and that kind of re-triggered things. And then I started to get slowly getting momentum as I started to learn what came out of that challenge. And then, there was a little pandemic that hit. And
really?
I didn't really have the option to go to work anymore, because film industry, the entire industry was shut down and closed. So I had to pivot, and I put all of my energies, instead of staying at home and watching Netflix or whatever people really wanted, I went and I committed to making 3 videos on YouTube a week. I engage on my Facebook. I have a Facebook group too, and I know that I need to probably put a little more time into it, but I was looking at the things like the money making things that are going to grow as fast as possible while I had the time to put in the energy. So it's not full time yet, but the goal is to make it full time for me, because I still do really love what I do in the film industry, but it's more about picking and choosing what I want to do versus having to do something in order to pay a bill.
I was going to, you are answering the question that I was going to ask. What is your motivation behind it? What made you start this? But I think you really answered it. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that, or is that
it's like, I think it's I really like the term time freedom. Having the freedom to do what you want on your own time, being able to say, like I was saying, like with me with film projects, I may want to work on a TV show or a movie, or make my own TV show or my own content online, or just for my pleasure, for something that I want to do. And I see it at earning money and having like abundance of money, because there's so much abundance in money in the world. There's enough for everyone. It's like, you just need to know where to look for it. And just to have that financial security gives you the capability to do what you want on your own terms.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I love the way you're depicting it, I must say. Yes, absolutely. You're happy with what you do, but you want to be able to do it on your own terms, really. Yeah. And grow it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And who knows what the future will hold? We just go with the wind, really.
Exactly, yes. And as you mentioned, these are uncertain times when we need to be very flexible, and I'm guessing that this online work is really doing that for you, really. Yeah, so that's great. I am looking at my questions. So you said how long you've been working online. You basically have I got it right, really kind of serious since you've been online, trying to do things online since 2012, but it was rekindled last autumn, basically, last October or something. Yeah.
And it was,
okay. So
I could honestly say it was the communities. It was the communities and the people that I met. I think that's the game changer, because everybody really wants to help each other. And I think that's a huge thing in this industry. People in 2012, when I got started, it was a very lonely thing. Like, I found an ebook on ClickBank, and I bought that, and that was my experience of okay, it was a PDF and maybe some videos to watch, and that was it. That was your learning experience. If I had a question, there was nobody to ask. But nowadays, I mean, it's you may buy a course, but there's always somebody that you can reach out to in their community, because they don't just give you a course and walk away. They give you a course, and then there's a community of not only the people that made it, but the people that also went through it. And you could learn from those people, and if you have any questions, so they could help you grow with them. And I think that that's like the game changer in modern industry versus even just a few years ago.
I'm thinking it was that maybe your aha moment, your moment where you thought you can make it, when you understood that, when you discovered that there was a real community around you, or was it something else?
I think so. I think it was that I discovered that there was a community and that everybody really wanted to help each other grow together, and that it kind of removes the selfishness away from everything, if that makes sense. It's the fear of not having enough. It's like, as long as you think in abundance, there's enough for everybody, because it makes me think of what they say, you only need 1,000 true fans in order to be completely financially free. So if I can, I mean, like, we all, like, I know your YouTube channel's growing, mine's growing as well. I think I'm only like 250, a little over 250 at the time of this interview. And, it's only going to grow, but as long as you have like 1,000 of your subscribers that are your true fans and you're helping them, it will take care of all your finances, every bill, because you're giving them value, and they'll return the favor as long as you're giving true value.
Yeah. And when you put it that way, it's true. It sounds so much more attainable and realistic, doesn't it? Than just having some kind of vague goal. Absolutely. And I've watched you grow. We were in fact in that challenge together. I think that's where we met. And yeah, we both had maybe under 100 subs on our YouTube channels, and now we've got almost 3 times that. So it's exciting to see you grow. I mean, it's really exciting and encouraging for me, I must say. So
yeah, we all
brilliant, great.
And there's things that and I know that we could each teach each other. Like, you have a particular skill, and I feel like I'm getting better at SEO, and whoever wants to learn that, I could help them, and I'll learn something from them. So it's always a give and take, and we all learn together, and we all grow together.
Exactly. That's absolutely wonderful. Jonathan, can I ask, what is your vision for your future? You have touched on that a bit, but is there something more to that?
Well, I mean, my vision for my future would really be to have, similar to what I had been speaking to you about earlier, and that was that I want to have kind of a location-free lifestyle. Like I did mention that I want to be able to work on my own projects, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be in Los Angeles. But because especially now, it's Los Angeles is insane. If you can get out, then get out. But I mean, I just want to be able to, if I have family that lives a few counties out, I'd want to be able to say, okay, I can make an income and go live by my family and not worry about having that money coming in, and I could just create anywhere. I kind of rambled there. I'm sorry.
No, I think that makes complete sense. I think that makes complete sense. To be what you're saying is, yeah, you'd like to be able to your income not to be dependent on where you live, right? Yeah, having that freedom to go and yeah.
And that's just the part on like kind of my end. I really like learning, and I think that the best way to learn is to teach. So if you dive into something from the perspective of trying to learn it in order so you could teach it to somebody else, you really absorb it much better. So you're actually becoming much better at what you're doing by helping other people get to where you just were. So, and there's enough people out there that will learn from you and your style of teaching, your style of learning. You have your particular audience, I have my particular audience, and there's plenty of room for everybody to have their particular type of person that they teach towards.
Totally. I love that idea of this abundance mindset, and that we all together, we can all grow together. And I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Do you have a mentor, Jonathan?
I do. I actually have a few, but the main one that I kind of have been learning a lot from is it's more of a community with it's very large. So you get kind of like the smaller mentoring groups. But I'm in a Video Ranking Academy, which because I feel like my main platform is now YouTube, because I see the potential of growing on YouTube organically and through like SEO and providing value and building up your audience on there. And then that could kind of branch out to everything else. But Video Ranking Academy has been the kind of like the main thing that's been giving me all of those, filling in all those gaps that I needed. And like you said, when I was chatting with you earlier, it's never, to get a mentor, it's never as hard or as difficult as most people think. Most people overthink it, and they think that it's going to be like, oh man, I would have to drop $10,000. No, you could maybe, I mean, some of them might be, but there are people out there that will help you for much less. And if you are looking for somebody to just do it for free, you're going to get a free level of value, because those people's time is valuable. They're putting in their time and learning these things. So, you know, you're literally taking a shortcut if you get a mentor. So it doesn't have to be the one that I have, but just find the right one that's for you.
Very wise, very, very sound advice. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking, is there one piece of advice you would give to someone just starting? What if there was just one thing you had to say, what would it be?
I mean, it may sound cliche, but it's like, take action and just start. It doesn't have to be like me on YouTube or anything, Facebook, whatever your goal is, whatever you want to do, just go and start. I was chatting with a friend the other day, that I know from school, and he was talking about a project that he was trying to get done, and he still has all of the pieces that he would need to do it. He just never shot it. I'm like, man, just shoot it. Just go out and shoot it. And then they were saying, oh man, I don't have the right lighting for it. I don't have all the right effects. Just go out and do it. You already have the pieces that you need. Just go out and shoot it. It's not going to be perfect. Just go out and do it. And it's the same thing if you're on YouTube. Just grab your cell phone, and just hold it up and just record yourself. If you don't have lights, you have a window. If you have a window, you'll probably get better light from that window than you will from most cheap lights that you're going to buy anyway. So yeah, and in the end, you don't have a microphone. This has a microphone on it, or it doesn't have to be video, but whatever you're going to do, just do it and don't talk about it anymore, and just do it. Because I really like the saying, I don't know if it's a saying or if I just said it, but tomorrow will never get here, because by the time you get there, it's going to be today. So you can never do something tomorrow, because by the time you get there, it's going to be today and then tomorrow, if that makes sense. But you'll never get to tomorrow, so you might as well start today.
I've never heard that, actually. Yeah, that's
brilliant. I don't know if I made it up or if I heard it somewhere. I can't take full credit. So.
But it's very, very true. It's very, very true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, another one I like is better do something imperfectly than not do something perfectly. Better take
imperfect action.
Perfect action than perfect inaction.
Right.
Something.
I think that's a General Patton.
Yeah.
I think it was General Patton.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's just like very, very true, really. Yeah. So, Jonathan, thank you so much for this. If people want to reach out to you, find you, discover your awesome content, where do they go? What's the best place to find you?
My main platform is YouTube. So if you want to find me on YouTube, my channel is called Entrepreneurs Toolbox with Jonathan. So just search in the search bar and you'll be able to find me. And then also I have a Facebook group also called Entrepreneurs Toolbox. And then if you just want to find me and friend me on Facebook, search for Jonathan Dunkerley. Make sure that it's just Jonathan Dunkerley, not Jonathan William Dunkerley, because Jonathan Dunkerley is my business account. So just make sure that you send friend requests to that one, because the other one's just friends and like close friends and family that don't want to see like business posts. But either of those would be a great way to get in contact with me. And Facebook Messenger.
So much. Yeah, and what I'll do, Jonathan, is in the video, in the description below this video. I'll put the links so that people can find you easily, and
Awesome.
that will make it easy for them. Well, listen, Jonathan, thank you so much for joining me today, for answering these questions, for giving us all these valuable details that I am sure are going to help many people who might be hesitating to start, you know. And I loved what you
Mhm.
said about, you know, tomorrow will never come because tomorrow it will be today. And I think if there's one
Mhm.
thing I take from this interview, it's this.
Well, thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will be doing other interviews, probably follow-up interviews with Jonathan to see how he gets on, and also interviews with other online entrepreneurs who are building businesses online. So it's so exciting to see people grow online, to see people follow their dreams. That really, really makes me happy. As you know, I'm all about following my dreams. So it's always exciting to meet like-minded people who are doing the same. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please give the video a like and make sure you check out the rest of the content on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.